Oh, it's just all
You've done a good job.
horrible.
Why is my perception
Well,
check?
he was just wanted to have a little shop and not go hungry to sleep, and now he's protecting the realm from certain doom from.
Some reason my perception checks has been extremely good this session. Too bad for.
It is
Raphael.
everything that we were thinking of before has been thrust into the background. It's like orcs, whatever. Fuck orcs. Who cares?
I can deal with him.
I am nervous if that was a bad idea with the dwarf.
Well, he's a dwarf. The thing is, dwarves hate orcs, so he's gonna fucking rip them apart, I think. But it's gonna take some more lives that weren't unnecessary because he's basically gonna bring his guard in there.
I kind of wanted to be part of the battle.
Yeah, but we kind of lost that.
I mean, you can't. I mean, the moment Laurel said, they're all orcs. Like,
I did think we should have just attacked them right there, but Laurel had no idea what was going on. Because I was like, I should make a religion. I don't have that. Oh well, just gonna go with it then.
I was
doesn't know what the hell's going on.
totally prepared to tear into them and see if we could.
He doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Like that contingency. If any of you came in a monstrous form, I think that counts as a slightly monstrous form. Let's get over this.
Oh yeah, it's called monstrous extremity.
Yeah, there we go.
Like it's the same as if I had tentacles for hands.
But if you had a normal tentacle, you had like monstrous fatigue or something like that running, that would have also triggered that outcome, or possible one.
Oh yeah. It's a completely crazy session, and
This is an important one to watch.
and I loved the craziness of it.
You know,
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Completely enjoyed the. I was like.
At least you have a goal.
Suddenly sitting bolt upright and being like, "What?
Why are they glowing?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh my God! What the fuck? Help!"
And then when Dark sent me the little blurb that says that basically says, "I am Emperor Cthulhu of sound body and mind who transfer my mind to this vessel." I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
Ritherland,
do you even know you just fucking stole the Emperor?"
Yeah, kidnapped the Emperor's brain.
His brain phylactery thing that he lives inside.
You stole what's left of the Emperor.
You stole his spirit house.
The first one. This is like you go into like a Native American camp, you enter their spirit world, and you just tear shit up.
You basically stole the soul of Arodine. Like this is like the Empire.
Yeah, he is basically marked as a god to us, right?
Yeah.
So, Halldamir, what do you have to say in your defense?
How do you say for yourself?
Where did Ritherland go?
Well, I already did. I said I did it as
What is Ritherland's defense? I wanted to steal a god spirit house today?
But she didn't know that
But it was an interesting book.
Riff wanted to find out what he was hiding.
At least Nairo can't be so
Is it that important that you would steal from the Archmage?
You know, you're kind of lucky because it was a flip of a coin who was gonna be locked in.
Yeah.
Well, Riff was.
Amber.
Well, yeah.
If you had screwed up, you'd have been locked in prison in there for something like
come
90
home like,
days.
why, hello there.
Oh,
You know how it was like, oh yeah, if you chisel him out, he'll die? The Archmage has got some time, and he's probably got a chisel.
Oh, the cracks spread through your arms.
You were so lucky.
Oh no.
So yeah, all in all, a fantastic session.
I don't know if we should say lucky.
Well, overall the session has this was an eventful one. This is not how I expected the session to end.
I think this might be my favorite session so far.
I'm glad. I think
we just went from like low adventure to high adventure.
Something certainly happened.
By the way, thank you, Halldamir. Now I need to completely do way more planning now because I need to this is like later chapter stuff. I need to go into my notes now and pull this out.
Wait, didn't you say earlier this week that you missed DMing?
I did miss DMing.
And now it's like, oh, it's time to go back to the old rat race.
I have stuff prepared for this. I had prepared stuff like a certain point, and now we're like, oh god, railroad.
So to do the same thing for sheep stuff later, we will burn down the Baroness's mansion.
Take over, declare
ally-
us a new
ally
kingdom
with
of
the-
Chiliacs.
Yeah, we say succeed to Sheliax and yeah.
What's a gelt?
Yes, out to
Fucking
Gelt.
nuts,
Yeah,
man.
succeed to Gelt. Like
Kill
that.
the
It will secede to
Baroness,
Mwangi.
or whatever.
We
anyway.
will build a guillotine
People's
start-
Republic,
and start executing.
line the nobles up, and all who ever did not fight with us.
Exactly.
Vive la France!
And we found out that that person who's really a doppelganger in the city just murders us because it's like 6 level stuff.
Yeah, it's very good.
The doppelganger becomes the hero of the story.
Yeah. And then we start playing everyone as John for control of the character.
This was an unexpected session, but I'm glad I had at least a little bit of this plan in the contingency plan. Like, if Riff does this,
Oops, everyone!
let's just have this prepared just in case.
Good news!
Good
That's
news, everyone.
way too high, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
It's unintentionally so, though.
I know that's-
Most
Good news, everybody!
I know Zoe's never gonna take a bath at this place anymore.
Can't get curtains. I mean, this place was meant as the North Side bunker, where we could hunker down when the Civil War began and
Well, more
ride
of the
it
Civil
out.
War has begun.
So is such a prude. I
You
mean,
have like all the novels and what you'd ever need in here.
just wanted a peek.
No, you know, her being a noble, she needs to be freaking pure if she were to get married.
So that means no peeking.
Yeah, you really did hit her honor there.
He's gonna ally more with Cordell so they can scry her in the bath.
Can't scry on her.
Can't scry on her.
Damn it. Well, I'll just have
I am
to
her top.
Wash off the tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. The wash off tattoo comes off like
Yeah. It's like, shit! They ripped us off!
crap.
We didn't really build this with women being here in mind originally.
Or well, I mean,
No,
like,
well, because
nobles
we didn't
with
we didn't
honor and
expect
stuff.
that to reveal it so quickly. It was originally just going to be me and Manikai for like forever,
And our
then-
people
a-
to
it's
do
a-
our
the
people,
thing.
yeah. But then shit got real, and we were just like, all right, we have to.
I guess we have to begin Project Volsenbrag before it's even done.
I mean, it's a military complex.
I guess I am naive to think that, oh, it's pretty cool we have tubs, and like, so we should take a bath. I guess that was naive of me.
See here, this is what we'll do.
What?
We'll be practical and simply... Because that's not really...
Remove the door.
We can just, like,
What?
install a curtain. There we go.
Thank you.
Now that is done.
And then he gets like a little hand drill and bores a hole through the.
What is that
No,
sound?
you know, or the other option, he installs a mirror at the base here, where he can just look around the corner.
He will find a way. Don't you
That's too
worry.
much effort.
He will find a way.
Yeah.
That's extremely creepy. He has access to every freaking woman in this city. What is wrong with him?
He does, doesn't he?
He
Yeah,
finds
why does he go to peeping?
Because he can.
It's the thrill of the chase.
The thrill of the moment.
Exactly.
There we go.
Thank you.
Another curtain everywhere.
Yeah,
It's a little
so
offset, but
one thing, once again, chat, you should congratulate Halldamir on what he did this session.
yeah. You know,
Yes.
hooray, Halldamir! God damn it, Rith.
Yeah. For fuck's sake.
Halldamir, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Halldamir, Riffland has doomed the world.
Yeah, literally for fuck's sake. But it was awesome.
An awesome way to doom the world.
Yeah.
Like she was basically like doing like secret agent spy thing, like come down from the skylight and.
No,
Yeah.
she freaking fired the ion cannon. That's what she did. Nuclear launch detected.
You have the nuclear launch codes. You're the president. You have the nuclear launch codes.
Technically, you all have the
And
nuclear
now
launch
someone
code.
We
came
do,
and
yeah.
stole them from you.
Yeah.
Nuclear
Yeah.
warhead approaching.
Oh, that's not what I was getting at. It's like you're looking at Russia and you're like, oh, the ruble is crashing. Their economy is crumbling. No.
Just saying, you guys now have the launch code.
Yeah.
Why?
We do, and we are threatening
Or
to
at least the
use it
first
to
couple
make
digits.
people work with us.
So none of us has any idea. Is it just because the box and the book came in contact that they showed us whatever
Yes.
that was?
Yes.
Seemingly, it means someone has gathered two Imperial arms and that have been separated for a long time and smashed them together. Now is the time. All the Imperial arms must unite. And so they all begin like, vroom, like
You
Yeah,
just
but like
smack them
I said,
together.
I think my two theories are that if we can bring another item in here in contact with the book, we can see how it was made because we saw how the book was made
and how it works.
and how it works. And then there was something else, but I don't remember what it was.
But why did it show us? You know, the king and the empress has them too.
We like
they
the
don't
sword
have the
as well.
And Dark did say that they had the empress has some. Why didn't she get showed this?
Probably
Because she might not have. Well, she might not have even known that the book was around.
she doesn't sleep.
But but if she's Imperial blood, not all of them have secret passcodes to Doomsday. It could just be a case of if you have Imperial blood, yeah, you can use that.
Yeah, the knowledge on a lot of this stuff has been lost. No one really knows exactly like the details of all of it.
Yeah.
We can find it on
The first emperor is the only one who truly knew what every single one of them could do.
Yes.
And currently, you guys have the item to find
We
out.
have the emperor. Yeah, like we are the next generation. If
So in
we can
essence,
not
we
die.
actually have the most powerful item of them
Next
all
generation.
because we have the
Yes, but it
Yeah,
doesn't do
without
anything
the
by
book,
itself.
we don't know anything.
We have
No,
the
it-
activator,
it's-
the key.
Yeah, it's the auger
Or-
through which we can see all the others as they truly are.
All we
You
just
know
do a
what?
suicide mission, gather every powerful person in the city, open the box, and be done with it all.
You know what?
Gathered you all here today to open the box and like throw it.
This is kind of funny. You know, you did say we kind of do have the emperor's brain in this book, technically, and a case like this has actually happened before, where a dude's brain was in a museum and someone stole it, and people didn't really know what kind of case what it should be called, because a person can't be an item. So he was not an item in the museum because it was once a human beings.
Was it a kidnapping then?
It was a kidnapping, yes,
Brain napping.
of a brain.
The brain napping, no!
And the guy who stole it, gave it back later, he wanted to study it. And he said, since it's a brain, and living things cannot be an item in a museum, so technically no one owned it. You
Well, it
can't
was not-
own a brain.
Well, it was not living though. It was dead. It was not a living.
It was a
brain.
dead
but
brain.
if you cannot own something, doesn't mean you can just take a person off the street and study their brain.
Well, you can't own the brain.
No, but the person can own his brain.
Well, he looked up in the rules, and he was right
It is.
that he could take this brain because no one can own that brain.
You can't own by law. You cannot own it. I think this is in all European countries. You can't own a person and any body part of theirs.
Exactly. So
I
was-
can donate my body
But
to
you can't
science
take
and stuff.
ownership of it.
Yeah,
either,
that's
like,
donate.
taking it
No,
off
no,
the street.
but the fact that he took it and gave it back, they didn't know what sentence to give him because they didn't own that brain.
well,
They,
but he-
I don't think they actually charged him for that.
so if I take a
because-
kid off the street and then give it back,
That's kidnapping. That's different.
That's
That's the
kidnapping,
same
but this
thing,
brain
right?
was not alive.
no.
Yeah, it's just.
But if we handle it like a person, we handle it like a person.
No, they couldn't handle it like a person because he was not alive.
Then
I
it's
think
an
we've
item.
come. I think we've come
It's not
way
an
off
item
track.
because you can't call a brain an item.
I can
Okay, all right.
Not
We come.
according to the rules.
like a bone.
So what are they gonna do with Rifflin? She actually stole a brain.
I think they don't.
Do you?
No, I stole a book, or Riff stole a
you-
book,
Do you
which
think
just has
do you
knowledge
think
in
we
it.
should go to that dragon swamp and take out the black dragon because
What?
he probably has a thing.
Why would you take out the black dragon?
Because he probably has an
we can-
imperial
we can
arm.
just-
Oh yeah,
Black
take out the
dragon.
black dragon. Take.
We need to
we can
do-
send
wait,
Riff
No,
in.
hang on.
I think
Hang
the
on.
black dragon has an imperial.
Yeah,
arm.
she's gonna
done with it.
dream.
Fuck
Now
that.
we gotta
She's
come back
gonna-
with it
she's
again.
gonna
No,
fuck-
this is what we
oh,
have to
screw
do.
it. No.
We have to all like evacuate back to the city, right? we have to have Raphael go out there with nothing but the box and his wits. Right? You walk up to the black dragon,
Hang on.
the words, the dragon is like, oh shit, and then he dies.
Yeah.
And then you walk back and take your stuff.
Yeah. Great. I am totally for this plan
I
now.
offer you this box, dragon. Touch it.
If Raphael,
Yes. Roar!
if Raphael
Touch-
can do that, then I think he would be the hero of like this area, the duchy, because that dragon's been killing everything.
And like Sapphire Knights will rain down like the sky drop pods.
Yeah.
Like ODSTs or something.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
For the Empire! Yes, flashes in,
Oh,
that
the
Nord
Empire.
walks out, chain gun
Yeah.
rattling.
fucking chainsaw sword
Yep.
or whatever.
How far are we from leveling?
Oh, that's a point. There must be like a huge amount of story XP
Story
that I've just
XP,
burnt
yeah.
through.
So you did
You're
not.
now level 15.
So you did not do the story events I expected. You did different ones. So I'm
What's
gonna
the
have to put you on
story? What's the story XP for talking with the first emperor and stealing his brain?
We're not talking to him, but you know.
You make it sound like we did an open head lobotomy.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, please remember the first emperor did slay a black dragon where the king, where the capital now stands.
there you go then.
Slay a
Didn't even
black.
care. He was just like,
Oh,
Take
does
a
that mean
hand.
that you're basically giving us free reign to make a new city? Because we know where the Black Dragon is.
Okay, so we slay a black dragon, use his head as the foundation for the first building for the city, and
Yeah,
then we
and
can call it
and
a
then
city.
We open the book and the box simultaneously on the spot,
I can
and the
imagine get
capital
somewhere when the
shifts.
alchemy works.
And yeah, the whole
And
capital
the
just
capital
shifts.
is replicated there, and all the Imperial arms center on us.
Yeah.
And we just get them all.
But then
It's easy. All we have to do is kill the dragon.
instead
Build
of
it
slowly
into
coming,
golem.
instead of
But
slowly
still,
coming
I'm
to
golem.
us,
How much XP do we get?
I think he needs to figure it out.
Calculating it. I think we got to get.
What level?
Yeah.
What level are you?
6.
5. We're level 5. No,
6.
yeah, we are 6 currently.
We are
Yeah,
We-
my goof.
We need just
Yeah, you
under
should do
10,000 to go
10,000 each
Yeah.
to go.
to
Oh,
level
wow.
7.
Oh, that's-
Wait, so
You did get a
50,000.
decent chunk of XP
It's
from
like
this.
one encounter of Where the Wicked.
do we get 50,000
Yeah.
in total?
How much XP was just Nithogger worth? Like more than 10,000, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he more than?
something thousand? I think.
We would level like twice, I think.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times.
You would not
wouldn't
win.
kill- No,
No,
exactly.
twice.
You wouldn't kill Nithogger.
18 D. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the not gonna happen. And then if you did win, you would die immediately afterwards. So
Yeah. Well, one person would.
So what's the highest XP you've got so far?
left.
Hang on,
I
let me
may
look.
not have updated it, but
there's
mine is on like 12,000.
The highest amount of XP
4,000.
we
214.
136.
have, we gained 4,214.
214, yeah.
Yeah, it was session 6 when we cooed out Lorraine.
Because for this session, your total XP is 34,000.
The total? Damn it.
Each.
No.
No, total.
It is 36,900 each.
How much you say?
6,900.
So we're like-
how close
we're
are we to
still-
the level?
Like 2,000. We're still 2,000 odd away.
3,000.
3,000, yeah.
Aw.
Wow. We're miles away still.
The title in my notes for this session is "Oh Mom Fucking God, Send Help."
Do you think you'll remember the session from that title?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want the session name to be like Emperor Braden the Joe or God damn it Riff?
Also good subtitles, yes.
I mean, I think all sessions might end with God damn it Riff.
Yeah.
From now, you know, you need to upstage yourself for every session now. You need to do something even crazier next session.
I'm gonna rob the Empress. I mean, what?
I guess the charisma is kind of being super bravado.
Mm-hmm.
She is being very bravado. She's using a lot of bravado for this.
Not inspiring a lot of leadership.
She'd make a great swashbuckler.
Not much leadership, no, but the sheer guts of what she's doing is certainly impressing Raphael on some level. He's like, wow, that's.
Like I don't have enough.
That's like a
She-
whole
she's
different
got
level
More
of
of a
fucked
man
up.
than I.
She's got so much balls, like. She's the ballsiest person I know.
Yeah, good job. I'm also pleasantly surprised that, like, you guys didn't confront the orcs in a way.
You know
I'm
what?
surprised.
You know,
I would've,
eventually
but
we're gonna
I was
write a
like,
book
I don't
about
know what's
this game,
going
right?
on.
We're gonna write a book about this game, and this chapter is going to be named "In Which Rithriland Does the Idiotic."
And it's also going to be written in all caps.
And
Yes.
people who read it are gonna be like, "What the fuck is with this story? It goes all over the place." Like they have no focus whatsoever. Whenever they sit down, like, now we do this, they do something completely different.
Well, now I think you've gained a focus.
Well, yeah, but now we're gonna find out that all the Imperial arms are really snakes or something. What we really need to find is like the arch-druid who lives deep below the catacombs of some place. We're gonna find him, and then he turns out to be dead, long gone. We really need to deal with that kid
It's-
now.
Hang on. Doesn't Laurel speak Draconic? We could
Yeah.
talk to the Black Dragon.
Don't talk to the Black Dragon.
Talk to him and say, "If you open this box, the treasures of all the world
We
will be
need
yours."
I need a new Auckland Black Dragon, and we thought we don't have one, so we need another.
So you know you can shapeshift, right?
Finding
Black
the
Dragon
lost...
Emperor. I mean, that would give us an ally.
I have a question.
Go on.
Is finding the lost Arkland a hopeless chase?
But now it is.
Okay.
He could
I can
be anywhere. He could be.
I can
anyone.
tell you
There's no-
that
Let's
is-
a DM talk.
I can tell you that is something which is very possible to do. You just have to. You just. The problem is right now. You'd have to put a lot of effort into. You'd have to put a lot of effort into finding.
Legend lore.
If you're willing to pay for Legends lore, that might help.
How? Like
Moonseer.
that's.
Ruinseer cannot use Legends lore.
Verlaine.
Moonseer can do anything.
Yeah, he can do anything.
Even get
Moonseer is great. We shouldn't involve him too much though, because if this all goes to hell, at least Moonseer will.
Exactly.
at least Moonseer will be here to save.
Moonseer will
Take care
just
of my mother.
he'll just roll up and all of a sudden just create pits
what?
underneath the Empress.
You must take care of my favorite, my favorite rose collection. I leave it to you, all to you.
It's in the garden.
Bag of endless roses.
Is it? Yeah, the bag of endless roses. Exactly.
That's
That's
his garden. He's actually been growing them. He knows Raphael takes them, so
But he doesn't
instead of being mad, he just gave them a little extra fertilizer. So they grow extra strong, and he sits and feeds on them every Sunday.
And the odor
Raphael
permeates
is
bath
moved to
curtains.
it is spirit. He's like, this is.
Like, go get them.
I
Go
thought
get
you
the tiger.
I thought you stole the roses from the end's garden.
Oh,
Everyone's gardens.
yeah.
Also, it's also known as it's the district of Clivid Roses.
Yes. He just disappears. So weird.
Roses. But you know what? I think Moonseer would take care of Laurel's family because he's so nice. But maybe we'll find out that Moonseer is actually not who
But
we
how
thought
would
he
Laurel's
was.
mother ever smile again if something happened to Laurel?
Can she smile?
Can she smile? Is that like possible?
Sometimes. And they have a day together where Laurel doesn't need to work and where they can just...
I love it
Remember the old
explodes.
times?
Didn't Laurel always work?
Now he does. He didn't used to be like that. Before his father disappeared.
Oh yeah, that's right. Are we gonna find out what happened to Laurel's father and Ballard's parents and...
Maybe one day.
Did anything happen to Ballard's parents? Are they just living outside the city in like a farm where they're super hillbillies or something?
I don't know what's up with my parents. I never
Like-
knew them.
They're like,
I don't know.
Ballard, get over here, fetch the goats. And he's like, no,
We need you to hammer down these orange trees again.
Cousin.
I don't know. I just heard.
Because for all you know, he's like the spawn of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
heard.
if-
Ballard on the streets when I was a kid.
That is what happens when cousins marry.
I just heard
Hey! Oh!
people talking about Laura's parents.
I'm just saying, you have a lot of tentacles.
Yeah, Noel's parents.
Ballard's parents, sorry. I heard a lot of talk about them, so I thought that there
They
was.
were cousins. It's true.
Ballard for missing Auckland.
Emperor
All I know
Ballard.
about
They
Laurel's.
hate him because it was really like a carrion crawler, and the Empress at the time.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
She was into some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
No one entered the bedroom. Nobody.
Heard like
the,
Like,
Oh, yes.
around, like,
No,
And there's a slime trail going
no.
in.
It's just like,
please, no.
yeah, and there's just like ooze just seeping out from
Yeah,
under.
Oh,
No, please.
ugh.
Man, that's a little unsavory.
Mm-hmm.
All those cephalopods.
Let's go to DeviantArt.
No.
You know, she's best friends with a nautilus.
Or an aboleth.
Oh.
She can have an aboleth in a tank.
No.
breath.
The grafts are ready.
Exactly. I have called the red star. It shall crash upon your enemies in 1 millennia.
Hey, my mail to Don't Starve has come. You're
So
good to go.
this
I
is
don't
the
think
after
Laurel
session
ever
stuff.
imagined himself having a wife or a kid.
So, and well, since you built the nukes in that shack, you won't ever have kids.
No.
But he, his family, his mother and brother will always need him to take care of them. So how could he ever start a family of his own?
Well, you just move in with them, with your family.
You know, we adopt. Ballard and Laurel, we adopt.
That would be
a
the most hardcore kid.
Yeah. He would be like brewing poisons in one hand and smashing shit with the other.
There's a lot of orphans, from all the
Fire and
conflicts stuff.
brimstone. I could see the Volsenbrag. I actually thought about this. We should make the Volsenbrag
Orphanage.
orphanage. Yeah. Where we teach them useful skills about life, like hunting pigeons with
cooking
bows,
meat, smashing
sneaking,
things, and
pickpocketing.
There is that
Dogs.
certain faction in the Kedin Kalin Church who basically follows, like, scours battlefields and places like where conquest has been to save orphans and sort of take them into the church and teach them to be like adventurers
and
and
teach
stuff.
them to be raging drunkards.
Yeah, raging drunken adventurers. I think they're called like the Fellows or something like that. It's just a very simple name, but they're pretty cool.
Hello, fellow.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Oh,
cool.
what's up? You got any kids?
But it takes a long time to breed an army like that.
Unless we use science.
Well, Manikai came up with a
can be
good.
manufactured in a matter of months, Laurel.
Manikai came up with a good suggestion that so it
Technology
should
improved.
also start an orphanage in the memory of the plague, of those who died in the plague.
Then we
Plague
teach
death.
them useful life skills, like
No, they're gonna have a good
They're
time
little doctors.
until they find parents, their real parents.
The Raphael's home for mothers, young mothers.
You know, I encourage you to do it.
Oh, he makes like a women's shelter. That's
Yep.
terrible.
Oh
That's
my
the
god,
worst.
you're the freaking father.
it's just
of
like
them.
there's cameras hidden everywhere.
Yeah, it's like that's just the worst.
Like
part.
arcane eyes floating around
Super
invisibly.
Yes, just like,
exploitative.
I will
Oh,
watch
that's-
you.
Oh my god.
That's not.
I,
That's not okay.
That's not cool.
I-
That's
man.
not even cool.
No,
I just
I-
imagined Raphael's control room.
I kind of imagine that it's kind
It
of
would-
like that
you know-
that show 16 and pregnant, and all of them are pregnant, and Raphael is the freaking guy who made them all pregnant. And
What?
Yeah,
No,
no,
Raphael
it's
would
just,
not.
no. Here's what it is. His control room for the arcane eyes would just be the monitors and a 20-gallon drum of lotion.
And if you put it under a black light, it would just be luminous.
Don't
Maybe
bring
it's
the black light here. It's ooh, that's not gonna be
But
good.
Malachi, if you look on map tools since it says you're still logged in, look what I found.
What did you? Oh yeah. Hey there.
I found
I
this
miss
token.
him a little bit. Look at
Who
it.
is it?
I found the giant gecko.
Oh,
oh,
Well-
Like,
on the pukes.
yeah, I just found it
Oh.
like sitting in my token repository. I was like, oh hey
This
there.
King Gecko.
Remember when he puked?
That was all the time.
hang on. Does anyone still have the freaking frog from Age of Darkness?
That'd be
Was
Malachi.
it Age of Darkness or was it? No, it was Kingmaker.
It was
Jonas,
King-
you still have it?
I still have it.
That's
You still
horrible.
have it? Awesome. The posh frog.
Posh
I
frog.
have
Yeah,
so many token
He
pictures.
even
still
had
have it.
even had a macro for that.
Yeah, it had a macro.
I don't have the macro.
I say.
Yeah, you pressed it. It said a random British thing.
The insults. Yeah, no, I wrote
Jolly
them all
vet.
up.
Yeah, I still have it. I actually believe if you go to Dropbox, in the Pathfinder, there should be one calling player tokens. And if you go to Kingmaker, Let's see. Player tokens. Then there's one called Kingmaker, and there he is.
I'll have to look at that.
Toad 2.
Posh frog.
I can share the link.
We had Mick
There's this
Yes,
one.
there he is.
This one is a nice one.
Look at him.
He's so great.
Alfred.
Would Alfred like to get on top of the giant gecko?
Oh, this is not Alfred, it's Alfed.
Outfed.
Remember that Toad? He was so posh.
I remember that token picture.
He was a.
Oh my god! Oh my god, stupid goblin!
He was so posh.
You know what? I'm taking a copy of that.
A copy of what?
I'm taking a copy of Stupid Goblin.
We're going to force people to it.
Stupid
They're used to
Goblin,
it.
yes!
I used to do that all the time.
Used to do what?
Bring people to look at him. With
Yeah.
quotes.
Yeah, you did. Remember
I don't
that?
see him though. He's in the darkness. I don't see Stupid Goblin. Oh, there he is. There we go. Hey,
Such
buddy.
a friendly little one.
Yep.
Wait, I want to see his
That's
face.
the mite.
Yeah, remember the mite that went meh.
Meh.
Alfred, and then we have
Hang on, no,
Have a-
I can't see
a
that. When you,
pork.
the one that you just linked, Tina, was the mite. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was
And I
Manikai
have
linking.
Bushmark
Where's
and
Where's the,
Terujima.
where is the
One second. I need to do this.
the
Doughboard.
folder for Age of Darkness?
Doughboard. There we go.
Ah, yes, Rahal crown. Look at him.
What folder is the Age of Darkness stuff under?
You know, the only thing I think
I
of
just
when
have
you
it on my own.
when you talk about him is Minotaurs.
A rock hard pillar of justice.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I'm gonna play someday. Is guess a location picture. Age of Darkness.
Oh man, I'd probably fail. Some of
So?
them. Yeah, maybe probably a lot of them.
Let's see if I can find a good one. This one. We start with the easy ones.
By the way,
This place.
That's the plane.
Are you guys? Where are you looking?
That's the crystal garden in the plane.
Boyd.
I'm not.
I'm taking a copy of that as well.
Right?
by the way,
Yeah, that it is.
Hang on,
Dark,
let me get back in the server.
is it still legit the whole find 50 Nairo tokens?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Oh, I forgot. I have to go back.
Can't look at them now. They're all hidden. Only find them in
So I'm gonna
session.
take it. So I'm gonna take a little harder one that I think might actually be so that Raphael wouldn't know it.
Raphael.
Old,
Most of
old
them.
enough,
I don't know a lot.
old enough that Jonas wouldn't know it.
This one here.
Hang on,
Mine is still loading.
I'm loading still.
I don't know where that is.
I'll be impressed if you remember that one, Jake.
Is
Hang on.
it
Where did you
in
put
Give
it?
me a minute
What?
then.
Now it disappeared. No, don't do that.
Is it in the void?
Yeah, it's a void.
Oh, it's tiny.
I can only
I
make
know.
tokens.
Nobody gets
I
it.
have-
I know.
I never seen that picture.
I'd be impressed if Jake remembers.
I recognize it. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, the keep? Is it the keep you're talking about?
There were many keeps we went to.
I remember because I
Hang on
found
a
that
second.
picture.
I'm still loading. It takes me forever to load because y'all are in Europe.
I remember
you're like-
when I
Fine, you're
remember
like a
when
picture farm.
I found that picture.
Larian, don't say a thing.
I remember the day because I was really proud that I found the
Yeah,
picture.
I remember the yeah. I'll see what Jake can say.
I will probably recognize it, but I may not remember what it is.
Well, do you recognize?
Hang on.
Let me try this then. Do you recognize this guy? For
Give me 1 minute.
Jake also.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy that was in the same family as Manakai's?
Keston?
Yeah.
Wait, that
No.
blonde guy? Is he?
Don't think that was him.
Yeah. Was it Olaf or whatever?
Olaf.
I can't even
It's not
see it.
Olaf.
Or no, Sven. I think maybe the guy. From
Have you seen
Shit, I don't
Frozen?
remember. I'm thinking of. No,
Yeah,
be
this
quiet.
is it's just. For,
It's the
I think it was one of the
weird
sword
guy.
lords.
this was the guy you were thinking of, Malik.
Hang
I
on, hang on.
think
a
it was
second.
one of the
I'm-
sword
I'm
lords,
still
wasn't he?
loading now.
Yes,
I
that
think he
is.
was one of the sword lords. I don't
yeah.
remember what his name was.
That was Lord
Okay,
Carmine.
that. Oh,
I think I got
oh,
close
no, I
enough,
know that
though.
picture. I know that picture. That's the one that we went to. There was a troll that cast like fire. It was like a fire pillar. I don't remember the name of it, but we went in there and we killed a bunch of trolls and shit.
See, that is kind of impressive, honestly.
Hmm.
Oh, let's see what I can find then.
I did just.
No, I remember. That was when we still had Tenrajima. Yeah, no, she got flame stroke by a fire troll.
There is actually a question I just got kind of came into my mind. As a group, one thing you can, of course, do is if you want to like fast forward and skip through days. If there's, is there a specific thing you're going to be going after in the next like day? Do you have a main objective to fight after at the second?
I think we should also put some people on looking for that goblet, just in case.
Because if you plan to be doing like stuff to do with the festival, you can in the downtime you could explain what you're doing if you wish.
I think
I'm just going to be organizing the parade, basically.
I think that we should downtime while we get people on looking for stuff, basically, because there's nothing else we can really do in that time, can we? I don't think we can.
I mean, you can do various things.
I'm gonna prepare the dancing and entertainments for the festival. That's probably what I'm gonna do if I'm not screaming in terror.
Yeah, so the point is that do you have anything planned to do before the festival? If not, you can fast forward to it.
Unless something pops up, I guess.
If something pops up, I will tell you something pops up.
Jake, is Zoe and Ballard friends yet?
Sure.
We still only have.
No, the personal doctor is going to stay there.
Yeah, sure, but we only have what's it called? The blue one was professional.
Yeah.
Remember that one, Jake?
Let's see. Where is it?
Fine.
Let's see.
Hmm?
Oh, that one. That is the city with the Eagle Knights.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
1 second. I think I have a new. I think I have a new line to draw on the main map for all of you. Actually.
I don't remember the names of any of them.
What map?
It's Ceradorn.
map?
Ceradorn. I remember the
Yeah.
names of the
The guy who was there?
Yeah, he was an asshole. And then there was also what was him? Caven was there too, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and Caven was cool, but we went in there and he gave us the run of his magic items.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here because I'm super tired and I need to sleep.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna end the recording because
Look at our relationship with Rifflin.
So next week there will not be a session.
Christmas.
Because Christmas things are going on. The next planned session is for the 3rd of January. I will say that day is a maybe for me. I might not be able to be here. It depends on stuff.
I won't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But preliminary, we will have the next session of Forsaken Throne on the 3rd.
Yeah.
So, yeah, see you all then. Happy holidays. From all of us to all of you.
Happy Festivus, guys.
Yes, happy Festivus. A
Happy
Festivus for the
Festivus.
rest of us.
Yay.
Enjoy, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.